nice nalgas. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Star Wars Black Series action figure review on the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Rey and Luke. I picked these up at San Diego Comic-Con and I think these are awesome looking figures. Now these are supposed to be coming out at retail at some point, I don't know exactly when, but anyway, you can see we have Rey on this side, and then on this side right over here there's a read-up on Rey. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. There's a read-up on Luke. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. And then on this side we get a nice look at Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, looking very cool. And then on this side you can see it says Rey, Jedi in Training, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master. Then you just have this clear sleeve and you remove that right there, and then you can open this up and you can see both figures inside, looking very cool. We have a nice image of Rey, nice image of Luke. So anyway, let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's Luke and Rey out of the packaging, and I thought this was a great exclusive set. I'm very happy to have these two, and I feel like they're kind of, you know, like right in between the episode 7 and episode 8 timeline, right? Of course, we see them both looking like this at the end of episode 7, but we have episode 8 coming out later this year, so I'm very excited to see that movie, and I'm excited to see how this whole Jedi in Training thing goes, because I love Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Is my favorite character from the Star Wars franchise, so I'm very excited about that. Now these two come with great accessories, so let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll get a closer look at Rey and Luke. So the first accessory we'll look at is Rey's Desert Stick. Now at first glance I thought this was just an exact repaint of the Force Awakens Desert Stick, and it is not. This is actually a completely different piece right over here. You could even see the strap right over here from the Force Awakens version is much flatter right there, and even like the wraps and everything throughout are totally different. So as we get a closer look, you can see this newer one has some wrapping going on where this one doesn't, so they are different. So just focusing on this newer piece right here, I like the gunmetal plastic that they used. Nice paint apps on here as well. I'm digging that. Can't really complain too much about this. I think this is pretty sweet. I guess wrapping it around Rey's shoulder right here isn't too difficult at all. I think that's a little bit easier than the previous version. Maybe tucking it under her hair kind of will secure that. Let's see. Yeah. And there we go. That looks pretty cool, right? Not the easiest thing in the world to do, but yeah, not too bad. I like that. Then she also comes with the blaster that Han Solo gave her, which I'm really stoked about. I really like having this accessory. Very cool. Nice silver paint apps right there. Nice black paint on the handle. And she does have a holster for it, so you can just go ahead and port it right in there. That's very cool. I like that a lot. And then she also comes with a lightsaber, which is Anakin's lightsaber, and it looks great. I like the vibrant blue that we're getting. Very nice saturated blue. I don't like it when the blue is too light, so I think this looks exactly the way I would like it to. And of course you can pop this off right over here. Now the lightsaber handle itself looks very nice. I really like how the button came out right there. We get the red dot, nice black paint apps, and you even have the loop. Now one thing that kind of puzzles me a little bit is that she doesn't have a hook on her belt or anything for the lightsaber. There's no real storage for the lightsaber. But guess who does? Yep, Luke does. So does Luke actually just take this back, right? So there you go. You can attach it to the Luke figure. Then, you know, the only other accessory that we have is the cloak that comes with Luke. And I like that we have this. I think this is pretty cool. I like the fabric and everything. I think it looks pretty nice. You know, it's not too shabby. And, you know, we get the soda on the hood. We get these little stringies over here that I think are for tying around the figure, but I tried that once. I really didn't like it too much. I just wish there was a way to have this stay on the figure a little bit better. Maybe if they had something that could go around his neck to secure it. But, you know, really when I pose this thing on Luke, most of the time I'm just having it, you know, just using whatever friction I have with it resting on his head right there. And that seems to work out okay. But I wish there was something that worked just a little bit better than that, because I feel like I can't get him in that, you know, I'm removing my hood kind of pose, just because this is all kind of just barely on there to begin with. You know, like if I were to raise up both shoulders over here, it just knocks the whole thing off. Well, I guess it's kind of staying together a little bit, so yeah, you can make that work. Now just looking at the Rey head sculpt and comparing it to the Force Awakens Rey, you know, I gotta say I like them both. I really do. I still like this one. You may hate this one and love this one, but I really do like them both. This is kind of a angrier, stronger type of Rey. This is more of a doughy-eyed, you know, kind of like, oh man, I got all kinds of training to do. Oh crap. So yeah, I do like them both, but I just think they serve different purposes. You know, they seem to have different expressions, but I think the flesh tone on this came out looking very good. I think the eye paint came out pretty nice as well. I like the pink color for her mouth and everything. The hair looks really good. Very pleased with that. You even have these little ties right here, painted a little different color brown than the hair. No shadowing effect or anything in the hair color. It's just a solid brown. Then looking at the rest of the figure, you know, you can see she has some nice flesh tone. The wraps over here on the arms look pretty good. She has a trigger finger hand on the right side right there. This looks more like a lightsaber holding hand. You can see the wrap sculpted. For some reason there's this little, I don't know, this little filament or something like that stuck inside the paint right here on this right side, or on her left side anyway. Then looking underneath the armpits, she does shave her armpits, and then you can see we get this nice texturing right over here, and I really like how the texturing looks on the wardrobe throughout. That looks really good. A little bit of splotching right there, that doesn't make me too happy, but I do like the textured pattern throughout. Again, this holster looks really nice. There's a Rey butt. On the back, not looking too bad. I like how they have this cut on the side right over here, so that's pretty cool. It helps with articulation, you know, so that you can get the legs moving outward more. Then the wrinkles and everything look pretty good, you know. I think the legs look pretty nice. I like it. Nice looking boots over here. Yep, and get these little ties right over here on the very back, and then there's the feet, and she does have peg holes right over there. Not looking too bad. Yeah, I like this Rey figure. And for Rey's articulation, she does have a decent head joint. You can move her head upward just that much. She does have a disc hinge in there, but the hair does restrict a bit of the articulation. But she will look up just that much. She can move down all the way. You do get side-to-side movement at the head, and not much pivot. The hair doesn't really allow that for any head pivot movement. She does have shoulders that move all the way outward, which is great, and they move all the way down too, which I really like. And you could rotate 360 right here. She has a single jointed elbow. She rotates at the elbow, and that's a really nice bend for just a single jointed elbow. I like that a lot. She rotates at the wrist, hinges up and down at the wrist. On the right side, she has a roll of the dice motion, which I like. Then she has this ball jointed waist right here that can turn side to side, and she does have waist pivot, and she will crunch forward that much and back that much, which is really cool. And then she has hip joints that will move outward that far, not as far on the left leg as it will on the right, because even though we have this cut right over here, it's not cut right there, so that kind of blocks the left leg from moving even further outward, as you can see. She will kick forward this much, which is really high, and back that far. On the left leg, she'll kick up pretty high too, and back. She has an upper thigh cut right over here, and then she has double jointed knees, which work out really well. Then her ankles do move down, up, and she has ankle pivot. So there's a look at the old man Luke, or the Jedi Master Luke, and I just want to compare some images that I found online. I think this is fairly accurate. I am actually quite pleased with this head sculpt. I like it a lot. Very concerned looking old man Luke Skywalker, but it does look great. I love this light gray over the darker gray right here on the beard and on his hair and everything. It looks really nice. I'm digging the face sculpt, the eye paint. Everything looks really solid to me. I'm digging the back of the head too. Looks really good. Yeah, fairly pleased with this. And he has some nice texturing throughout. I mean, he's mostly a white-robed figure, so you can see we get a little bit of this tan color right over here. And then it's really hard to pick up, but you know, he does have texturing in the white part of the figure. I don't know if you could actually see it. You can kind of hear it as I scrape my nail against it, but it is there. Very tricky to pick up on camera, but it's there. And then the wrinkles right here look really good. We have wrinkles in the sleeve. Then he has his bionic hand right over there, looking really good. I like that. I felt like this could have been a little bit more of a metallic color than just black, you know? Like, he does wear the black glove in Jedi and everything, but, you know, I think this should have been a little bit more metallic looking, than just solid black. So I would have liked to see more color there. Then he has the fleshy hand right over there on the left side. Then you're just looking at the belt once again. He has a little hook for the lightsaber. And then on the sides he does have the cuts so that it doesn't restrict movement. Again, you can see the texturing and the wrinkles in the white. Looking really good. I'm liking that. One little bonus for me with this figure is that this figure did shard itself. Oh no! Oh, what did you do, Luke? And he sharded from the front too, which is actually even more rare, right? So yeah, extra props for that, you know. Good job, Luke. I guess he's one with the shart, and the shart is with him, right? Anyway, looking at the legs, I think that looks pretty awesome. We get some more texturing right there. Then he has these bands going across the calves, not looking too shabby. And he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now to go over Luke's articulation, he can move the head upward just that much. It's kind of tricky to do. Yeah, you're not getting a whole lot of head movement right there. He does have a disc hinge in the neck, but he'll only look up that far, which isn't really much at all, but it is still looking up. He will move his head downward that far, and you get side-to-side movement, but no real head pivot. Just a little bit of wobblage. Just a tiny bit. Shoulders move outward that far. They move all the way down. You could rotate 360. Single-jointed elbow, and he does rotate at the elbow, and then the wrist rotates, and then he has a hinge up and down. And then same thing with this side right over here. I did have trouble getting this to move initially, but eventually I was able to get this to hinge up and down. Then he has the ball jointed waist that turns side to side. He'll crunch forward just that much and back that much, and you get some pivot as well. Then the hip joints allow him to move his legs outward that far. That is very funny looking. And then he can kick forward this much, kind of, and back that much. He has an upper thigh cut right there. Double jointed knees that bend in all the way. And then he can move his ankles down, and I wish they could move up, but they don't really move up, so that's a bummer. And he does have ankle pivot. Now to measure out these two figures, you could see that they're both at about the same height. I guess Rey is just a little bit shorter, and it looks like Luke is right at 6 inches tall, Rey just under 6 inches. And then for your Luke and Rey comparison, we have the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker Black Series figure next to the Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. And then we have the two Rey figures over here. This is actually the Kmart exclusive Rey. She's looking just a little bit shorter than this newer Rey figure, and the lightsaber colors do look just about the same. And then for another size comparison, we have Luke and Rey next to Old Man Han and R2-D2. It's kind of a trip seeing the Han Solo and the Luke Skywalker together, isn't it? I don't know, I just think that's so cool. But it is a shame, though, that we never see all three characters, Han, Leia, and Luke, together in their older versions. That kind of bothers me. And then comparing Luke and Rey to your average 6-inch scale figure, here they are next to the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. So I hope eventually we get a Luke Skywalker backpack for Rey, right? I mean, that's how Luke was trained, with Yoda on his back. I mean, that's his only real training experience, so that's how he's going to train Rey, right? You know, running around with Luke Skywalker all over her back. Yes. I don't know, that looks a little bit more sexual than I'd like it to, but still, I think that's pretty funny. No? I don't know. Anybody laugh? Huh? Did you? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I really like this 2-pack set. I think it's a very good set. I'm very happy to have these both. I think this is a much improved Rey, and I really like the Luke Skywalker figure a lot. And I hope you guys liked this review a lot. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the figures. Let me know what you think of the pose. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell to ensure that my videos are popping up in your subscription feed, as well as letting you know immediately when the next ShartimusPrime video is posted. Gotta give a big thanks to all these awesome people over here for making sure that I have the time to make these YouTube videos for you guys. You can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace! I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Was shot in your face. I said was shot in your face. I said was shot in your face. I said was shot